Hi guys, it's me, Leanna, back with another video. I know it has been God knows how many years since I've recorded on my YouTube page. But anyway, I'm back. I got a new camera set up. I bought a new microphone, um, and a lot has happened. A lot has transpired over the years. I think the last video I posted, I was talking about my experience working at Amazon, um, and I had only been there for about 6 months. Well, it has now been about 4.5 years, and boy, have I done a lot at Amazon during that time. So I started out on the ship dock, as you guys know from that video that I posted eons ago. But I have evolved from there, and I don't let any grass grow under my feet at all because I'm at the realization after staying at my previous job for 17 years in the same role, just because I got comfortable, I got married, I had children, and I was just kind of going to work, coming home, and it just became mundane and I wasn't even thinking about it. Now I'm like, you know what, life is short. I'm not if I want to if I get a position and I see something better or something more interesting or a better opportunity, I'm jumping on it. Period. Period. I don't care if it's been 6 months, 4 months, 2 months. If the opportunity presents itself and it's beneficial, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say, oh, I need to stay here for a year. Oh, I need to do that for a year. No, no, because I can get fired on a whim. They can let me go whenever they want, but I'm not supposed to, better myself when a better opportunity comes up. Nah. So, anyway, what have I been doing in all this time? Well, I still work at Amazon. I still like it. Um, I mean, it's a job. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I love it, but it's really not bad. It's still, I would say, the easiest job I've ever had in my entire life. Meaning, I don't come home stressed out. I don't come home, upset about office gossip or politics or a micromanaging boss this or just like how it is in an office where how it can be very catty. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Amazon can be like that too if you let it. I just don't let it. I don't give it or the people the opportunity to um, get into my life like that. So what have I been doing? So I worked on the ship dock, as you guys know. I was there for about 18 months. I became a learning ambassador. I trained new employees on how to work the various parts of the dock. And then I decided to move on to inbound stow. So I did inbound stow for about a year. Um, which I really liked because it was the type of department where you have your own station. You can come in, you don't have to talk to anybody. You can come in, do your work, and go home. I went down to damage land, which is kind of, I mean, it's in the name. All the damage items came down to that department and they were processed for either recycling or the trash. Um, so that was fun. That was interesting. And then from there, I decided I wanted to move on to the next level. So I was a tier one, and I decided I wanted to move up to a tier three position. So I applied. I applied for two roles. I applied for a process assistant position, which is kind of like an assistant manager, and I applied to be um, what is it called? Associate partner. So I applied for both on the same day. I got hired really quickly, like it went by super fast, to be hired as a process assistant, um, where they put me in a department called AFE. What does AFE stand for? I have no idea. All I know is I didn't like it. I didn't like the department one bit. I went from stow, and if you worked at Amazon in a robotics building, um, like ship dock is fast paced, but it's open and yes, you have to quickly go get the cart with the packages, and packages have to hurry up and get to the dock door, but it's not like it's really hard to get written up for productivity, in my opinion, on ShipDoc unless you just don't work at all. And then going up to Stowe, I mean, once you get in a rhythm, you would literally have to walk away from your station or just not be working in order to get hit for productivity. Um, and then damage land, it's damage land processing damages. It's not like customer facing, not customer facing, but um, a department where our speed is impacts how quickly the product gets to the customer. So we didn't have to really worry about our rate there. Um, so when I went to AFE, oh my God, basically it's pack on steroids. Like it is bananas over there. Conveyor belts all over the place, people all over the place, and it's crazy. So I didn't really like that department too much. I did it for maybe 4 months, and then I was like, get me out of here. Then I was transferred over to VRETs, or vendor returns, which I was a process assistant there. You hear that in the background? That is my dog. Sorry. Um, I was a process assistant for vendor returns. That was a slower department. Basically, items that the vendor, maybe they housed their products in the Amazon warehouse and it's close to expiration, or maybe it's discontinued and they got new product in and they want to get rid of the old product. So that department would package everything up and it would go to maybe a discount store like a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General, or maybe it would go to a charity, or you know how people buy pallets, maybe it would go to that, but it would just get packaged up and shipped out. Um, so that was cool. I did that for a couple months. So while I was a PA for VRETs, my application for human resources had gone through, and I got a call, not a call, I'm sorry, an email asking me if I was still interested in, would I like to interview? Heck yeah, I wanted to interview. Like, what? So I worked in human resources as a associate partner, which was fun. I mean, I got to sit in the front of the building because that's where our PXT was located, and I got to help a lot of associates, which I did enjoy that. I got to talk to a lot of associates. I wasn't really in a position of, I don't want to call it power, but I wasn't a decision maker. I was kind of like the tier 3 role in, which is the lowest level role in HR. Um, but the first person that the associates would talk to before anything got escalated to like your fours, your fives, your sixes, and so on and so forth. So like those little fires that like we could put out on our level, we kind of filtered those out before the more complicated situations went to maybe the partner or the business partner, or whatever. So I really like that because I got to help a lot of associates. I got to explain things to them. I got to give good advice. Um, I loved it. I loved the people, the people that I met, people who got in line just because they participated in the swag day and they wanted their swag bucks. So I would get tickled, and we also handled the swag store, so that's pretty fun. But another opportunity presented itself after that, and I decided to become a truck driver, a CDL holding truck driver, Class A. And Amazon paid for my CDL school. So I'm going to do another video and kind of talk about that experience because that's the role I'm in now. And I've been on, it's called the TOM team, Transportation Operations Management. And my position is called Transportation Associate, or a TA. And it is a tier 3 role. And it's fun. It's exciting. So yeah, I will do another video that kind of talks about what a TOM team associate does. Uh, a day in a life. Obviously, I can't ever film anything in the yard because I would get fired and I don't want to get fired. So I'll just tell you, take my word for it. um, so yeah, so that's it. All right, guys. Bye.